All right, all right. I'll be the first to admit I was wrong about this candlestick being at least 65 to 150. It just didn't happen. We had decent range, 47 and 3/4. Boy, that was an ugly looking circle, huh? Oval. 47 and 3/4. Okay. So it was decent range, and it was a red candlestick. But yeah, I really thought today was going to be, at least 65 or or greater for the range. It just didn't happen. So I admit I didn't get it right. It happens. Oh my gosh. Right. So for a while there, for several hours today, we just kind of had this. We had this candlestick was just kind of like doji looking like that, right? Just like a cross. And not that I was concerned, but I have a swing trade on the short side going on, so I'm thinking to myself, boy, that's a for those that know and you know about candlestick patterns, and when you see a candlestick like that at the bottom of three, of a downward trend like this, that would sometimes suggest a bottoming candlestick. Okay, so I was like, oh my gosh, I might have to make an adjustment. I might have to, close this position earlier than I wanted to. But whatever, you do what you got to do. But in this case, now that we got past the 4 o'clock hour, this is looking pretty healthy for tomorrow to continue to be a down day. Okay, and this has kind of been the pattern the last few days. The market will kind of do its thing during the middle of the day and up and down and up and down. And then just before close, like from the 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock hour, the intraday session, you get a sell-off. And then between the 3 and 4 o'clock hour, this is Central Standard Time here in the great state of Texas. For those that don't know, by the way, the Chicago board that handles most of the futures is in Chicago. Obviously, that's why it's called the Chicago board, duh. But yeah, it's Central Standard Time. So for me, it's pretty convenient because the hours for that the exchange is the same for me here in Texas. But anyway, got a pretty decent candlestick today. Like I said, 47 and 3/4. It's red. And what I'm beginning to see here is stochastic momentum index just now today at close is starting to cross over. Okay. Big Daddy's already been well on its way for like the last, 3 days? Yeah, the last 2 days, the 2 prior days to today, the Big Daddy was already saying, come on, let's do this. Let's get this party on, right? So it's already been talking about it for those 2 days right there. Nice lines, right? But I think somebody told me in the comment section, if you hold the control key, it goes. Let's see if that happens. That didn't work. Let's see what happens if I do control. No, that ain't working. All right, anyway, I'll experiment with that later. But yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing here, far as confidence that the downward price action will continue. The VIX on Friday was 18.77, and yesterday was 20. Today didn't really change much, 19.85. So, the VIXy Wixy, kind of just trading sideways here, or moving sideways. So, volatility just kind of holding steady. So it gives me a little bit of pause about the veracity of this downtrend that we're in. Okay, so I'm going to be watching tomorrow's candlestick very carefully, all the way from opening bell tonight at 5 o'clock, all the way through the night and into tomorrow. I think around midnight, the Asian market kind of comes online. I think Korea comes online. A couple other markets come online. And then at 2 a.m. Would be the London stock market comes on. So I may be up late. I'm not sure. We'll just see how that goes. But definitely going to be keeping an eye on the price action for the next 24 hours. So, seeing that the VIX is kind of stalled here a little bit with these 2 days right here, kind of gives me pause, right, to kind of just pay extra attention. But this is encouraging right here. And these two indicators are encouraging. Okay? But the VIX is not in agreement with these two guys. These two guys are saying we're going down more. The VIX is like, I might just hang out for a while. So this happens. I mean, it's actually happens more than you would think. But sometimes this is expected to be around the 15th to the 18th. And now I'm beginning to think that this low, even though we got contracts expiring on Friday, actually Thursday and Friday of this week, some weekly stuff expire. I looked at a lot of contracts, options contracts yesterday, and futures contracts on the CME Group website. Just you'd be amazed. There's just like hundreds of contracts, hundreds and hundreds of contracts. People don't realize you got all kinds of energy contracts, and I could spend an hour telling you all the contracts, all the different products. There's so many different products. It's amazing. But sometimes when I see this kind of price action like this, it makes me think that we might get a low going into Monday rather than Friday. And sometimes you'll get this little, you'll get a couple up days like that, really small up days, or even kind of in a robust update. And then the last 2-3 days just before, it'll do the big pullback. But considering today is Tuesday and we only got Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, there's not a whole lot of time for that to happen, obviously. So I'm sticking with the game plan that this is going to continue down all the way through Friday. Do I still think it's going to hit 42.60? Gosh, I'm not sure. That 42.60 would be right there at the bottom of that candlestick. That was the lowest candlestick right there, that guy. 42.60. So I think it's 42.60. Let me check something. Let me just check something. Is it 42.60? Yeah, 42.60. That guy right there. So, you know what? I mean, it's possible because now that we're getting this crossover, now that I'm thinking about this, it's possible that there's a lot of this. I trade differently. Okay, I trade on cycles. Which, by the way, if you don't know what a cycle is, that's this thing right here. That's an element of time. I know a lot of you've already heard this, but for the new viewers, element of time, left to right. That way is the past. That way is obviously the future. And this green arc is a cycle. And where we see those cycle lows is usually where we get price lows. Okay, so now that I'm thinking about this, I just trade differently. My mindset's totally different than a lot of traders. And because I use a lot of predictive analysis, okay? So when you're thinking predictively and forecasting, your mind is always already there. It's kind of hard to explain. You're already thinking about where it's going to go rather than where you're at. And when you begin to trade like that, it's a very interesting phenomenon. So anyway, but a lot of people trade off of this, what's called momentum. There's a lot. I mean, the majority of traders trade off of momentum. So they're kind of, I don't want to say late to the game, but they're a little bit behind where I'm more thinking along these lines. Okay. And I use this one up here. I talked about this yesterday, which, by the way, if you didn't watch yesterday's video, I'll put a link in the description below this video. You can watch it. But I use this as confirmation, right? This was number one. This is number two. And then finally, when the momentum, if the momentum begins to agree with these two guys, then these two indicators, then I know I got some decent confirmation. Well, it looks like we got decent confirmation. It just, right? These except for the VIX, which today, didn't play nice and just went sideways on me. But I think now that momentum's beginning to show its true colors, you know what? Tomorrow could be the day. And I'm not saying it's going to happen. Because after today, I got shot down today by the Red Baron. Okay, I said it was going to be 65 to 150 today. Boy, did I miss that one. Got shot down by the Red Baron. But tomorrow could be that big day. Okay? Tomorrow could be the big day. With this momentum crossing over, tomorrow could actually be the big candlestick day. So in any case, I just finishing up this video. I think tomorrow is going to be a red day. I'm not sure about the range because I'd like to be able to say it's going to be huge. But after missing today so badly, well, not badly, but I definitely missed it. But I'm glad to see it was down because I am swing trading on the short side, and I don't really want to close it yet, but I will if I have to. But I don't want to. I think tomorrow will be a red day. I'm not sure about the range. Could be big. Hey, you know what? Maybe I just missed the order. That today was going to be the smaller one and tomorrow's a big one. I'm not really sure. We'll just wait to see. So that's my take on tomorrow. Okay. When I close this position, when I do close it, which I'm anticipating to close it somewhere near this cycle low, okay, I'll definitely share my position, my profit loss. Yes, even if it's a loss, I hate the losses as much as you guys do. So hopefully it's profitable. Okay. I'll share that with everybody when I close that position. Okay. I always share my profit loss on this channel. All right. So listen, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe. Give me the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Make sure you click the little bell to be notified of all the videos as I put them out. Happy trading, everybody. We'll talk to you all real soon again next time.